Cool guys, after your Android Studio setup, we have to get the power of building apps. The power is nothing but an emulator. Emulator is a virtual device for our Android Studio that will appear on our screen. So GenyMotion is a third-party emulator which will give us a easy to use Android emulator to run and test our Android apps. So click on the just get GenyMotion by going to the website of GenyMotion.com and click on get GenyMotion. Here for the personal use, go at the bottom and click on the gray color download button and scroll down here, and based upon your configuration of the Windows OS, and we'll get the 64 or 32-bit automatically. Here we are having two versions. One is Get GenyMotion and Get GenyMotion without Virtualbox. If you have Oracle Virtualbox in your system, you don't need to worry about installing Virtualbox. But I don't have any Virtualbox in my current system, so I'll use the bundle of GenyMotion plus Virtualbox from this GenyMotion link. So after clicking this, it will ask to sign in for an account. So if you don't have an account, you click on this create an account and create your own account. I have my account in the GenyMotion, so I'll download with my account. So then once you signed in, you can directly download it from the internet. Here my download is completed, so I'm going to open the exe file to install on my hard drive. So I'll click S to install and choose the language and click on next. And the most important part is you have to remember this path, because this will be useful in installing the plugin in Android Studio. And click on the next and create a desktop icon and click on next, and you can install the GenyMotion. After installing the GenyMotion, we have to install the Virtualbox of Oracle. Click on next and choose it, click on next and leave these defaults and click on next too and here we'll get a warning, don't worry here, and click on next too and install the Virtualbox. So once your setup is done, you have to make sure that Virtualbox is running by checking this icon and click on the finish button. You have to get this Virtualbox window, otherwise your Virtualbox not configured properly. And once it's opened, you can just close it down and launch the GenyMotion by clicking on finish. So once we get this, we have to accept the license agreement of the GenyMotion and we have to create our new virtual device. Make sure you have connected with the proxyless net, because in some areas proxy, if you will get some problems, make sure you can configure it correctly. I am going to create my virtual device here and I'm going to click S. Before this, we have to sign in here to create our virtual device. Sign in by using the same credentials you have used to create your sign up. So I'm going to click on the sign in and enter my credentials. So once you sign in correctly, you'll get the virtual devices. So these are the virtual devices similar to your mobile phones. You can use exactly the mobile devices on your screen, Windows PC. So you have to create your new virtual device here. For that, in our Android development application, we will use the Lollipop device. So I'll use to create 5.1.0 here. We have different devices here. How to choose a best one? If you are making app for mobile phone, choose a Nexus devices, and if you are making for a tablet, choose the tablet ones. Generally this will represent the width and height pixels, right? 768. So I need the Nexus 4 device API 22 768 x 1280. So and I click on this next. Once I selected this Google Nexus 4, I'll click on the next to create this device. And this is the description about the device. It is the Google Nexus 4 device and having a Lollipop version API 22 and for 5.1.0. And also you can change this configuration once this device set up on your system. So click on next and it will download files from the internet. So the current device is 228 MB downloading from the internet. So once you downloaded the virtual device, you click on the finish to launch it. Here, if you want to configure this virtual device, you can click on this wrench icon. It will pop up window, and for the processors, you can use how many processors you need. So default it is 4. I'll use this one, and memory it's having a 2 GB base memory, it's a RAM. And if you want this to be in the full screen mode, whenever it opens up, you can click on this icon. I don't need this one. So what I'll do, these all defaults I'll keep the same and click on the OK. Now to start the device, you click on the start and it will launch the virtual device. The emulator is booting up now. That's it. It's very fast and it's better than the Android Studio virtual device. So you can use this virtual device as you wish. It's not yet completed. We have to go to our Android Studio and we have to configure our Android Studio to work with emulator. For this, search for Android Studio and open the app. So once your Android Studio opened up, till now we haven't done any projects. Okay, that's why we are getting this screen. So I'll click on start new project. I'll explain this in more detail later, but I'll click on next until I get the finish button. Because here we have to set up our GenyMotion plugin inside our Android Studio. So I'll check this icon because I don't want this again and again. I'll click close here, and here I got this GenyMotion automatically configured. But if you don't have GenyMotion plugin in your system, I have to get the GenyMotion to my Android Studio. So I have to go to the file settings in the Android Studio, click on the settings here, or press Ctrl Alt S in the Android Studio. Here, once we had this pop-up, we can actually search for plugins. So once we search for the plugins, again inside the plugins we have to search for the GenyMotion. So as my GenyMotion is already installed, I don't need to worry about this. So this is the step to get GenyMotion plugin to install in your system. So here there will be an install button and you click on it and it will automatically install. After that you have to restart your Android Studio. Don't forget to restart your Android Studio to get the changes, and I'll click OK here. After, I'll click on the GenyMotion icon and we have to set the path for the GenyMotion folder. As I said, to remember where it installed, you can click on this, right? As we know, it installed in the C drive and the program files, right? Program files, and this is the GenyMobile. Okay, click on this GenyMotion folder and press OK. So this is the GenyMotion folder for us. So we have to set this up to work with, and click on the apply and click OK button. And our root for the GenyMotion configured properly, and I'll click on this icon again. It should open up the GenyMotion. Boom, it's there. So here now we can start this virtual device and click on start. If you want a new virtual device with another OS, with another Android version, you click on a new and you can do this following versions. But currently I'll use only this Lollipop device. To go on further, I'll click on the start button. It will initialize my Virtualbox, and after that it will create my virtual device. Next, let's see how to create a new project for our music player application, and let's rock it. If you get any problem here, please comment it down and I'll be there to help you out.